Alright, we're live. Let's do it. Let's do this. Well, while we're waiting on the bots to notify the various... Oh, looks like it's already going. Discord channels. I'll take a sip of water and I'll speak to you, dear VOD viewer. Thanks for checking out the VOD. If you're interested in what we're doing tonight, so you can make the choice as to whether or not to keep watching. I think we're going to spend some time in glass flats, and we're going to be doing a lot of rearranging of crystals. So probably a lot of BSing and rearranging of crystals. If you enjoy that, please don't forget to subscribe. We're at like 3,700 subscribers on YouTube, but we have like 6,700 people in Discord, so it would be cool to make that a little more even, more in the 6,700 way instead of the 3,700 way if possible. Olo, what's going on? Olo, have we discussed your name before? Olo CDN. What does that stand for? Is it something Canadian? Sometimes I forget. I try to discuss people's names a lot, but then... Olo Canadian. Okay, like, but... Memory of a Civ. Sarenth, yeah, it's probably going to be my last stream for a little bit. If I'm lucky, if they don't cancel my surgery like they did for my shoulder at the last minute, Thursday should be surgery day, and I don't know what the recovery is going to be like. The amputation is supposed to heal relatively quick, but I've got the feeling I probably won't be typing a ton, and thus I may or may not be streaming if I can't really do much other than sit here. I don't know how fun it's going to be for you guys to just sit here while I'm not able to do much. So I appreciate it, guys. Hey Corvid. Hey Zukin. Schmonite. My name means I'm a schmo. I'm still gonna call you Schmonite though, Schmo. Infatish. Hello. Alright, so let's get to chopping as people are getting in here. Let's go in. Hopefully Simon doesn't mind that I start moving his crystals around. Zukin and Goblin and Pattis will be stuck with us for a while you're recovering. Yep, and you guys will be in very good hands. Speaking of Zukin and Goblin, Zukin, did you guys... So I spoke with each of you after... I spoke with you after the other night after we talked about the shirt slot. And then the next day I wound up talking to Goblin for a little bit. I'm curious. I haven't had a chance to write like a summary post or comment or whatever for the team and pinging you guys and be like, are you for realsies aligned? You powwowed? Okay, perfect. Cool, then we're good. Good. I'd like to get the lists from you at some point, and we'll put them in a spreadsheet. Hey, Carthage. Might be nice to run through results with you, and you tell me if it's insane or not. Hell yeah, let's whenever. But we can do that whenever. I've got time this week. I'm gonna be typing as much as I can type before Thursday, getting some typing out of the way. But I'll be around, and then after the surgery, I'll probably need a couple days. Like I said, I don't know what I'm in for, recovery-wise, but then. Like the next week I'll probably be able to just like hop into huddles and shit more than anything. Hey John, what's going on, buddy? Trying to organize your office. You don't like this question. That's funny. But you're gonna feel so much better when you get it done. Organizing's just like that. It's like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, and then when you're done, you're like, I feel complete. I feel complete. Zukin, since I got you here, since we're bullshitting anyway, I'll follow up with like a post to the team at some point as well, but the gameplay streams, we gotta get more of them in. And I think the more class race variety we do, because I noticed that I did what, the paladin, then the fighter, or the fighter, then the paladin. Whatever the first one I posted was received well. Like people were really interested in the classes and the gameplay. And then the one you just posted yesterday or whatever is going like gangbusters. Works great. Title and everything. Some of our video titles, maybe we'll add in like a indie MMORPG development at the end or whatever, or like learn to make it, making it whatever, some shit, not clickbaity, but just like description of the fact that we are working on the game in these, because a lot of people are interested on YouTube in game development, and even if they're not interested in like having our game beat their ass, they may not be into our game, but they will be interested in the videos, I think. People love seeing the game every once in a while. Yeah. Oh my god, that's good. That's good in such a bad way. Apricot Red Bull. It's good and it's bad. Pattis, thank you for the raid. Pattis's pals, thank you. Hey to chat solo. Hey, Quicksana. All the cool kids are over there. Jeez, look at you guys. Scruffy Bard. Oh cool, he does. He's got them organized. There's biscuits. You're making staying off coffee in the evening so much harder. I'm sorry, BMC. Join me in consuming caffeine way too late in the evening. What's up, Be More Gaming? Soundtrack makes you so happy. You and me both. Spellfaster said, hey, hope things are going well. Haven't been able to watch much due to work, but saw the message and snuck way to watch for a bit. Hey, thank you very much. Things are going well. Hope you're good. Yeah, my cryptic message is just because once I have the surgery this week, I don't know when I'll really, I might be streaming again the following week, who knows, but I don't know for sure. So I'm just going to be playing around with a lot of crystals today to help Simon out. Are they replacing your hand with the Cyberdyne Skeleton Cyborg hand from T2? Only if I get... I'm hoping, but we'll see what the insurance company winds up doing here. That's an unknown, but there is a pretty cool robot looking finger that I'm hoping to get. So I'll be talking to the doctor on Friday after the surgery on Thursday and seeing if he can really make the case, because apparently the insurance isn't super keen to pay for just one prosthetic. But I mean, the argument is I type with all my fingers, I do a lot with my hands, a lot of this, and my ring finger is jacked anyway. It hasn't really fully recovered from the break, and so we'll be making our case. If they will not cover it, it will be disappointing. But we will get involved in some 3D printing, and we will make a bigger, better finger. What happened to my pinky, Waldo? The tendons in the bottom side of my pinky they're all scuffed. I think it's only one, right? It snapped, and there's and the surgery to try to repair it wasn't looking very promising, and there's already some damage to the joint because it's just being really pulled back by the top tendons in a super gnarly fashion. So the knuckle, the joint's already in pretty bad shape. So a lot of abuse on my hands over the years, and that was the final straw. It broke. The tendon snapped right after I got out of a cast for a broken knuckle. So too many shift key presses. Yeah, it's currently, because I'm still typing with it and still doing like shift and shit, and it's bending it back almost. It's like past 45 degrees now. It's not really painful, but it's not the best. Like it feels like it looks. Put the brace back on. I have to take it off every once in a while, because bending it into the proper position, it's so bad now that bending it straight, that's actually when it starts to feel a little bit painful. So I kind of put it on for a few, take it off for a few. Do you have dreams where your finger isn't messed up, or has that not happened yet? I don't really have any finger dreams at the moment. Maybe after I get it chopped off. I dreamed some weird shit, but none of that so far. If they cover it, get a gold finger, replace it with a cheaper finger, and sell them. I don't think I can scam the system. I'll be happy if I get my robot finger. Don't let them get you down too much either way. Have 2 people in my life with only a small knuckle left on a finger, and it's like it's not even the slightest inconvenience. Sending positive thoughts your way. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, and don't worry, I'm not bummed or anything. Shit happens. My dad's ever since he was like 8 years old has been missing half of his thumb. So I told him about it, and he was like, he laughed. He was like, "Yeah, you're always trying to be as cool as your old man." I'm like, "Yep, that's true." I'm gonna make a pinky necklace. No, they're not real cool about letting you keep your body parts and stuff here. You know, you can't even keep your loved one's ashes in Germany. Yep, you can't do it. That's what I told Jasmine, you know, like, feel free to ship me back to the US if something happens and sneak the ashes back. Liz says, as a kid, I never noticed the comedian Dave Allen, who's damn funny, only had one joint on his first finger on one hand. I never noticed this beyond me. Yeah, there are a couple people I've noticed recently. So I'm a left-handed guitarist, and if it was the pinky on my other hand, then that would make me just like Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath. I used to have a Tony Iommi Gibson guitar. I should have got rid of the finger then. They said I've got Dad and 5 dogs in the other room. I have the fur I've got Ziggy's fur in the other room, but I don't. Once he was done, he was done. We didn't get to keep any ashes or anything. Let me do something real quick and make sure that our soundtrack is looping for the evening, since I always forget to do that. Oh, Carthage. Yeah, I'm not even going to make jokes on that front. Let's see. David Bertrand's in the NBA. The Latvian laser is missing like 2 fingers, apparently from playing chicken while chopping wood with his brothers. Oh, that's so Latvian. Gurgurgur says, "Hello, Mr. Robot. I've been following Eminem for a hot minute. I'm so excited to see y'all's progress. Bummed that I missed the test late last year." We're bummed you missed it as well. That would have helped our metrics by at least 1. We'll have more. I can't say how soon, but we'll have more. I will say that the sooner that Pattis and company get all the textures and Night Harbor updated, the closer we'll be. So be sure every time you're on Pattis' stream, be sure to remind him of that. B-More says, I used to do a lot of work in hospitals, and I had to do some work in a wing close to where they burned all the body parts. Whole area smelled like barbecue. Interesting. Where we worked in San Diego on EverQuest, the cul-de-sac that I worked in, there was always ash. Not always, but there would frequently be ash falling, and it's from, there were a lot of labs in the various cul-de-sacs nearby where they're doing experiments, and they were incinerating the specimens. Sorry about that. Roadsaw, thank you for the follow. Hey Simon, I hope you don't mind. I'm really getting in here and messing around with crystals. That's cool, right? You said I could do whatever I wanted with the crystals as long as I made them appear. Because you didn't want to be placing crystals the rest of your life. That ash. John, that ash though. Zukin said heckle the artist. Got it. Exactly. At least I'm not, you know, I don't have little cutouts of you popping up with your voice and stuff, Zukin. Can you speed tree them? No. I mean, maybe, but I'd prefer to spend the entire rest of the evening hanging out with you guys, placing crystals, if you don't mind. Grr. Thank you for the follow. And those of you that are... Zukin's pop-ups are awesome. They are awesome. I think they're really cool. I appreciate it. I appreciate seeing myself on his stream. Excuse me. Crystals, Jesse, we need to cook. Oh man. I so enjoyed that show when I first watched through it. I could not stand Jesse at all. The only person I disliked more than Jesse on that series was his girlfriend for that one period. They really did a great job with the ending. Seems to be a rarity now. Yeah, it was pretty tight. Need an empty paprika can at the base of one of those crystals. It's a trademark. I got around to watching the ending of Blacklist. I couldn't get into Blacklist at all. I don't know, maybe I'll have to give it another try sometime when I've got a lot of spare time on my hands, but I just couldn't get into it very much at all. Spader's a treasure. Well, as an 80s kid, I will say that I agree, but I'm thinking more like less than zero Spader. Did great as Ultron too? I don't know that. Which movie was that? I have not watched all the like Avengers and shit. Avengers Age of Ultron. Yeah, I don't know if I saw that. Ally McBeal era James Spader. Fair point. Forgot about some Ally McBeal. I was talking to Jasmine. We were talking about just wanting to like watch a bunch of 80s TV shows at some point. I just got her watching Doctor Who for the first time. I started her with Doctor Who season 5, I believe. Matt Smith. Stout Tea. Yeah, when I first said it, I think I confused folks. You're allowed to have items in game named after you or a reference to you. You're just not allowed to put your own items in. So when the team puts in random missing finger items and quests and stuff, that's completely fine. I started a bit back with OG Season 1. That's not like the OG Season 1. Is that the... That's the Season 1 from when they relaunched it in 2000... No, was it? When was it re-released? 90-something? 93? I thought the BBC player didn't have the original stuff. I thought that was the whole problem, that the BBC vaults like burned or something. Like the vaults mysteriously burned because of a... Just rewatched Cheers? Hell yeah, Cheers. They found some of the old stuff from various TV stations. Oh, that's dope. But I thought season 5 was a good one to start her with. I think she likes Matt Smith. Karen Gillian's fun. Surin said, got the wife into Supernatural. She likes it now. So my wife's mom is the biggest Supernatural fan. She's actually going to a Supernatural convention in Cologne this summer. She's so into Supernatural. She even listens to the dude, he's got like a band and like a blues band and stuff. She even like, we had it because she couldn't find it over here and she couldn't mail order it. We had to pick her up one of his CDs from the US when we were there. Thank you, Liz. Me and the wife went to their brewery here in Dripping Springs, Texas. They're in Dripping Springs, really? That's super cool. I'll have to tell her. She'll be excited just to know that that's a thing. Did you start streaming without letting me know so I can jump on and yell first? So you couldn't? Ollie, you can always yell first. You're always first, no matter when you get on. My girlfriend's obsessed with Roseanne and Golden Girls. Good obsessions. You question Roseanne? What? Roseanne is brilliant, man. Roseanne changed the face of television at the time. Roseanne, the old Roseanne shows up like it's actually an important part of Americana. That was a really great working class show. Married with Children, Roseanne, yep. Yeah, we want to watch all that stuff. And then the stuff I grew up on because my parents were watching it, like Hill Street Blues. My dad loved anything to do with cops. My dad was, for a long time, my dad was in military law enforcement. Both like as an MP and then MPI and CID. OG Roseanne, not the crappy attempt to reboot, yes. The Shield was good. We've started that one like 4 times. I don't think we've made it super far each time. Oh shit, it's because you can only get it, oh my gosh. You could only get it in German via streaming, The Shield. But the video store that we're going to, we've got the only video store in town, right around the corner. I've watched The Shield personally like 4 or 5 times through, kind of like The Wire, just watched it. But we keep not being able to like get into it fully because it's in German. So we're going to go get the DVDs. I saw it in there. I know he's got it. Pause halfway through Rebel Moon right now. I don't know that one. Automan Manimal. Definitely want to hit some 80s cartoons, but mainly just looking at that like cozy, comforting adult shit that I couldn't fully appreciate when I was a kid. Cheers, Hill Street Blues, Magnum PI. I don't think I watched Police Squad. You love X-Files and Fringe, Talet said. Fringe was really good until it wasn't. I really, really liked Fringe until I just was over it. I think she and I tried to watch that together. And then X-Files. We kind of bounce around on X-Files in terms of seasons. Is the music too loud? I'm noticing it's kind of loud. I think it's just the song gets a little excited. Battlestar Galactica reboot. Yes, very good. Alright, that should normalize stuff. Frasier's, I would like to watch. I only watch episodes here and there. Andy Griffith was pretty awesome. Little House on the Prairie. She's down to watch. Because they had that here when she was a kid. It was just in German. Police Squad always would have big name guest stars and kill them off in the opening credits. Interesting. How old is that show? Don't forget to watch the first movie after season 5, I think. And then second after it ends. Oh, of X-Files? We just watched the last season not too long ago. And I gotta say my favorite part on that was the interaction they have with the alien that comes down, like this kind of a spoof episode. I'm not sure the Shield in German would be the same experience without Walton Goggins and Michael Chiklis' delivery. That's exactly the problem we ran into. Old Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yep, I'm down for that. Jasmine's had trouble getting into it, just a little bit because of the language, pace, and timing kind of throws her a little bit, despite having excellent English. But it's gotten a lot better. What's up, Sean? How you been, buddy? Sean, you have to grab one of the VODs off of YouTube and see some of how things have been coming along. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, my friend. How's Sweden? Wait, are you still in Sweden? Or did you guys move back to Scotland? I forget where we left off. I thought there was some sort of change, though. Yeah, grab one of the recent gameplay streams. Zukin posted a good gameplay stream on YouTube yesterday that you could grab. Give it a look. Still in Sweden, working for Tokaboka now. Man, you Stockholm folks make the rounds. You guys are kind of like Austin, Texas. The Austin, Texas game development environment. Like, there's a handful of companies that everybody just is kind of at. Stockholm's like King, Tokaboka, Avalanche. Some of the smaller companies. Everything's owned by Embracer. We always called, like in Austin, it was the incestuous Austin game development community. And there's always like, and then there would always be like a startup or a handful of startups, and then people would be leaving their company or there'd be layoffs and they'd be going to the startups and then be there for about a year or 2 years, and then that would start to melt and then rinse and repeat. Robert says, Sci-Fi Lizard Series V from 83 was epic. Oh, it's true. It's true. The remake of that with what's-her-face, the wife from Homeland. Oh, how are things with you? Sean, they're going good, man. I can't complain. The project's continuing to truck along. Things are going well. I'm having one of those evenings where I was able to catch up with a colleague who I'd even say friend now that we've talked a couple times since then. I'll call him. I'd like to call him a friend. But former colleague and friend who is I've actually interviewed, but I'm not going to give his name. Interviewed in the EQ interviews. Hadn't talked to him since then. Hadn't talked to him in a bit, but it was nice to catch up and just chat about the project and how things are coming along with us and all that stuff. And it's funny, man. Like after a couple hour discussion, it just kind of happened quickly. It's like, oh man, you got 30 minutes, cool. And then a couple hours later, like wrapping up, it's like, oh, I gotta get ready, eat and stream and stuff. Just talking about the project and, you know, talking about some of our shared experiences relative to the stuff we're doing now and all that. It's easy to come out of those discussions so excited and just kind of amped on shit, so. Let's see. Marina Baccarin. Notice D-Love's pudding comes in right at the right time. Let me see if that's her. Yep, that's absolutely her. She is a lovely looking lady. Idafab said I'd go grab lunch and go from watching Pattis make mountains to Robot make crystals. What a Monday, right? Make it chunkier. Listen, these are plenty chunky. Do you know how big these damn crystals are? D-Loves Pudding says, my wife says I'm allowed a second wife. Ollie says, it's halal. Oh, man. Jasmine never really appreciates those jokes. Oh, when was the last time you saved? Good question. I think I've just saved. You're surprised to see me working? Yeah, that's you and me both. Sean, when you lived in Sweden, did you ever eat the sweet roll we call simla? I'm eating one right now. I did. I don't mean to. Listen, I appreciate the simla. They're good. But I will say that Swedish pastries, Swedish baked goods do not compare to German baked goods. I'm just gonna let you guys, I'm gonna let you know. Puddin said my wife just made simlas last night. What is this? What is this? I mean, they're good. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They're good. They're good. They're good. But they're not German good. German baked goods are next level. I was just in a German bakery earlier today. It is so hard to go in and out of a German bakery and not just purchase everything you see. Ollie says, Robert, we must get you to try Arabic pastries at some point. They will blow your mind. I don't know, man. I don't know. Ollie, you'll have to prove it. I would still put my money on German. Yeah, I am looking forward to having my finger healed and my shoulder healed so that I can actually start to cut some of this weight later. Oh, Ollie said, you forget I trained as a German baker. I became German. Well, you didn't become German, Ollie. You can't become German unless you're made of at least 45% schnitzel, 15% bratwurst, another 23% potato, as you can say, I went to Costco recently and acquired 2 containers of chocolate muffins. How many muffins are in a container? Bratwurst, Nacktwurst, Weißwurst, Bockwurst. To become a German baker, you must be made 100% of power of will. I think that's actually the lyrics to a Rammstein song. Reminds me. Oh, Pastry. Zukin says, pretty sure I ate muffins in a container, so that means Zukin is now 16% more muffin shaped. Well earned. Hey, Dargith. All this pastry muffin talk is just research for halflings. That's how we get in the mood. Have you seen the German kind of rap thing going around on the short videos about Barbara? I don't think so. Why are you proud of yourself, Ollie? What didn't you do? My wife has been a baking machine lately. Made bread, bagels, pretzels, crackers this week. Feeling spoiled. Oh man, I'm glad Jasmine's not doing that. I would be in trouble. Homemade bread is best. Yeah, one of our garden buddies, his wife is always baking, and man, it's tough. Any plans to make the crystals glow at night? Maybe. I don't know if they. I don't think they have an emissive property at the moment, but in the future they might. So let me check my handiwork really quick. Let me run around right here and see if this is doing what I think it's doing. Peaches from your orchard. Started making yogurt, your own yogurt too. Now we're trying to use the whey cast off as a fermentation starter for some peach soda. Peaches from, oh man, that's kind of cool. So the whey that you pull off of that, like the whey there, is that the same stuff that goes into like whey protein powder, or can you use it in that manner as well? Ali says, my daughter has a fever today and she asked me to bring home muffins. I bought a 4-pack and didn't eat a single one. Oh, I missed that earlier. You should be proud of yourself. What's going on, Isan? How you doing, buddy? Do I have a human? I do. Let's go in with the human. Yogurt is fun, but I have to say it's meant to be a savory dish. Man, some of the things you say they don't make no damn sense. Pudding. Meant to be a savory dish. Oh, Senior Angus. Look at you guys. I love that if you look at our demographics, our demographics are basically, it's mostly a bunch of what, 35 to 50 somethings in here. And naturally we've got Savor These Nuts coming up in chat. Of course we do. Of course we do. Bunch of big old kids. Big old ass kids. That's all we are. Ahem, 60 something please. Shmonite, you're not 60 something. Get out of here with that nonsense. EverQuest current target age. Well, I think it's just a byproduct of EverQuest's original target age. We're getting old. $68 in 3 weeks. Get out of here. You're not telling the truth, Shmonite. I'm calling your bluff. Speak for yourselves. I'm 27. If you're in here, you're 27 going on 50. So you said your birthday's in 3 weeks. Okay, 1, 2. Your birthday's almost. My birthday is in. What, 3 weeks in a day? Is that how time works? And my birthday is the first day of spring this year. Playtest for Shmonite's birthday. Carthage said today is mine. Oh, happy birthday, Carthage. My young friend. Pessimistic Squid says, I play EQ with a guy who's 17. His parents met playing EQ. That's so badass. People are like, 17-year-olds play EQ? Yeah, I think we'll eventually prove that that some young folks may be down. Robert, I'll totally forget. Can you remind me to talk to you about something P99 related sometime off stream? Wink wink. Those crystals are a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be. Yeah, it's pretty big. This area is pretty big. Roy BM, thank you for the follow. Problem with a lot of modern games is they have a start, middle, and end, whereas like EQ and and MMOs we like don't. Yes. Early EQ was the hottest dating scene. We hope with M&M to provide a similar service for folks when they're looking for their like third, fourth, and fifth wife or significant other. Simon said something earlier. What did Simon say? Where was it? I saw something from Simon. About the crystals. Oh, there it is. For some reason, purple element of the crystal doesn't appear in game. Not sure why. Interesting. Don't know what Simon said, but we should probably do it. Yep. Yeah, guys, this area is a lot bigger than it seems because the zone is a lot bigger than it seems. Yeah, this area is so... Oh, wait, crap. Did it not loop? Oh, man. I swear... Thanks, Robert. The playlist is supposed to be looping, and what winds up happening sometimes is... It doesn't loop. Let's see what happens if I fast forward through some songs. We'll go to track 17. Then we'll zoom ahead and we'll see if it loops. We'll see if it loops. It looped. Good. Where will we see the first new badass orcs in game? Got to follow up with Zukin about the desert orc. So in the desert zones, you won't see an orc until we get the desert orc done, and then you may see some orcs in some places here and there, and in a couple of the desert zones, and then as we travel north, then you will see more orcs. Creedle Juice says, do you guys think we'll at any point do a big test, like a week long or anything? Just keeping them short tests? Probably mostly short tests until we get to closer to the end of proof of concept. Probably. But I mean, I'm just saying that right now. There's not like a definitive plan or anything like that. I'm just talking. We make it all up as we go. The Super Cyan Orcs are the Desert Orcs? Are they? I didn't see that. I didn't see the stream, so I don't know. Okay, I was about to say the Desert Orcs are like the concept are pretty dope. Here, it is, if you go to the Orc Confluence page, there is at least what I was talking about on it. There may be something more developed, but it's just the, I was just referencing the little bit there. They have the, like, dusk mask and scarf on the head. Honestly, I think it's primarily just going to be in the head spot, the face mask and sort of helm, probably one piece, maybe something like that. Next test will be your first test. And you said you didn't play EQ before? Interesting. Ollie is the keeper of the Switch, but we run a fairly democratic process on the test front. Well, not with you guys involved. It's not that kind of democracy. We operate a more modern, controlled democracy concept. Nick is the filibuster guy. Ollie and I really wanted to have a playtest sometime soon, and Nick read the entire collection of Dr. Seuss books in filibuster. And we gave up. We went to bed. We were like, fuck it. It's not that big a deal. You can stop reading Dr. Seuss now, Nick. He's like, I am not getting out of this huddle until you guys agree. But now you're thinking about green eggs and ham. Right. Delicious. I wasn't hungry, and now I am. Nick, did my response to your thing that you sent us, did that make sense? Cool. Okay. Can you show us the floating pyramid in the sky? It's in a different zone, Scruffy Bard. But it's basically like this one, only in the sky instead of smashed into the ground. Speaking of which... Why is there big crystals everywhere? Well, shit. If I hit the right key. Oh, what is going on? Where's my finger? I can't control my fingers. I can't control my toes. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, crystals. Are we going to be able to harvest them in some capacity? Maybe. Interesting scale question. So if that crystal is that big relative to that... and it's that big relative to that, then how big are they relative? Where the F did that go? Who's the lore person in the office who pipes in during conversations with things like, well, Stevens, you see, the fallen gods of Ether weren't defeated so much as they were high on mescaline during a particularly raunchy volcano party. Is it Nick? It's Nick, isn't it? I don't know. Nick's he chimes in on many things, but he's usually not the one talking about mescaline. It's first in my experience. First did add an entire page just for drugs, and let me look at it. Let me read the actual title of the page in Confluence really quick. Okay. It is called Alcohol and Illicit Substances. And its sections include alcohol, illicit substances / drugs, psychedelics, stimulants, empathogens, depressants, structure and naming discussion. There you go, guys. These are the reasons you added them to the team, and yeah, he I mean, these are some big ass crystals. So wrong key. It's so fun using this hand to do shit over here. And we'll have to look. We'll have to see if this feels right later on or whatever. Scale and stuff. There may be some additional iteration here. I'm not quite sure. This is it. I've asked Simon a bunch. Simon, if you're out there, you can attest to the fact that I've asked you a bunch. I've been like, does the scale seem okay? Simon likes it. Did I just put the game in some weird ass state? Okay. Game editor, whatever. When can we kill stuff here? I think you can kill stuff here now, but it may not be the right stuff, and it may not be in the position that you would want it to be in. And it may be renamed at some point and some other stuff, but there is stuff here. Needs a new nav mesh. It'll definitely need a new nav mesh once once all the crystals and stuff are placed, because the majority of this should be blocking movement. There shouldn't be any actual crystals on the ship. I mean, Citadel. It should be... They should mostly be surrounding it. Nope, it is a flying citadel like the one that's over there. I just used the wrong term for it. Sorry to get your hopes up. It totally has nothing to do with space. How's the going away party for Sean's Pinky? Good. We all just been drinking. We're all blasted. Smashing apricot Red Bulls. Yep. Are there smaller crystals too? There are. I'm just doing the big ones first. You mean of the same sort? Well, and I'm not even really doing... Oh, for trade skills purposes, will you find geodes? I would assume you will. I mean, Simon did the bulk of the work here. I've just been moving some of his stuff around. Hey, Ollie, Simon had a question. You see how this has got purple in it? So, Ali, if you're still out there, these crystals don't look like this once we're in game. Watch. Maybe they're camera shy. Could be. Is it the angle you're viewing them at? They're purple with the sand behind them. We'll see in a second. Let's see. Oof, they're bright right now. They are bright. That's probably, I don't know if that's intentional as well. Time. Come on, Swedish keyboard. I need to get a new keyboard. What's a good keyboard brand? Ciali? IBM? Are you busting my balls right now? Build your own are apparently all the rage now? I'll have to look into it. I want to have whatever the cool new thing is. Who broke purple? Come on, fess up. Out with it. We're gonna find out who did it sooner or later. Looks like they're completely opaque in game. There's a... Oh, that just hurts my eyes. They're different. Sort of looks like what they look like when the material's still compiled. Yeah, it's like that same color, right? Been enjoying my keyboard. It's a Durgod. Let me look it up. Almost looks like the shader has something plugged into a mission by mistake. Durgod keyboard. Man, this thing looks straight out of Alibaba. Which one do you have? This review says that the Taurus full size. Model K310. Okay. I see those then. Cool. I'll take a look after stream. Eat your supper set. I've also used Dirt Gods. Ain't bad either. And you've got a Keychron K4. Let me look at that. Keychron. Keychron looks kind of like a Dirt God. Wonder if they come from the same manufacturer. At the end of the day, ultimately. These crystals are definitely big, but then again, so is this one. Alright, Ali, sleep good. Hope you have a wonderful and restful night's sleep. I will see you tomorrow, buddy. Ali, before you leave. Are you going to be around? You going to be around for some huddles soon? Some huddles and some cuddles? So that we can pick your brain on some stuff. I got the feeling after my finger surgery, I won't be able to type as much, but I'll be able to huddle. So that might be a good thing for us to do afterwards. Rediker, yeah, I hope so. I'm hoping this surgery doesn't get canceled like the last one. Because the longer we push this shit into summer, the more of my summer is going to be lost with recovery. Which I'm not excited about. Axe and cauterized with gunpowder. Yes. Rambo style. Dobbs, I'm alright. I'll be okay. Sure, there's a surgeon eager to get their grubby little hands on your pinky. Has a room in their home, all amputated parts enshrined. Pinky thieves. Not even really human, like some weird Doctor Who alien. Hey, Jasmine. Rediker is a necro player, yeah. All right. Shadow Knight, sorry. Sorry, Shadow Knight. Star Trek Voyager, the Vidians take people's body parts. Really? I always confuse the various Star Treks. Which one was Voyager? Lady Captain or Picard? Lady Captain. Okay. Captain Janeway, that's right. Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek. All those, I mean, honestly, all those old ones, especially when I was a teenager, couldn't go wrong, man. I should have appreciated it more. Zilla said, I horribly dislocated my pinky like 6 years ago, diving after a frisbee into a tree. Still hurts occasionally, but works well enough. I can still play bass. Do you still got full like range of motion in it? Doesn't straight fully? Hmm. Yeah, I mean they gave me the option of they could just like basically cut it at the joint and then weld it together, but it would always be like this. And to me, it just, I bang this shit already with it not being able to move. I bang it enough. I couldn't imagine doing jujitsu or most things, honestly, for very long without full range of motion. BMC said, gotta hit the hay. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Best of luck. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Put out all your good vibes or prayers or whatever you're into. That the insurance company, well, I guess let's take it in order. Surgery should go well enough. And then maybe the insurance company will be cool. Guy in your neighborhood had his welded straight? It just seems like it would be in the way all the time. What's up, Lich? Like even buddy, like if I were to do any more jujitsu or anything, buddy taping it still puts it at risk because if you're buddy taping your fingers, usually you still can kind of move them and get them out of the way and stuff. Right? Like there's so many times where if I wasn't able to withdraw my fingers when stuff's getting rolled over them or bodies are getting rolled over them or you're being pushed and you've got to just kind of like get them out of the way. I think I would just snap it a bunch. So I'd wind up breaking it probably, or I wouldn't be able to do jujitsu. And then putting boxing gloves on. Okay, if my hand doesn't bend, like if I can't articulate the finger, where does it go in a boxing glove? So that was kind of my rationale with I'd rather just cut it off and get it out of the way. Because I can't, you know, I'm turning 49. I still got some good years of wrestling and putting on boxing gloves in me, I think. So that was the logic on that one. Get spasms where I can't move my fingers. Damn near insanity inducing. If it's immobile forever, I lose my mind. Yeah. I mean, to me, I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of a weird thought to look and go, like, essentially, that's what's gonna be left. But you know, it's a little weird knowing that it's gonna get lopped off, but it's like so minimal compared to so much, so, you know, there's people that have dealt with so much worse that, to me, it just seems like barring some weird fluke, it's such a minor surgery. Give you another good 20 years of, good years of practice. Yes, Fanar. I would hope so. John said, Sean, that's the problem with mine. I've crushed the under stuff because it won't straighten like the others. Yep, and I'm already, because it's stiff right now, I have jammed this shit into so much stuff already. Oh my gosh, that thing is so gnarly. It's so done. Deep Space Nine had the best character arcs, best stories, and by far the most world building. Just so good. Makes me want to watch those series. I think Deep Space Nine, I've seen like a few episodes. I don't think I watched it the same way I did Picard and Janeway. I can't remember what they were called. Picard sucked except the last season when the Next Generation cast came back. I don't know about that, Darius. And that sounds like those are probably fighting words to somebody. Is that that's not the general consensus, is it? In Germany, it aired as DS9. 9! Deep Space 9! Do not go there, it's space. Why would you go there? You do not belong in there. Raumschiff. Das Raumschiff Enterprise. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I really like Voyager's arc too as well. Not trying to diminish Deep Space Nine because that's good too, but Voyager had a cool Lost in Space thing with a cool ending and a lot of Borg stuff. Man, now you guys are kind of making me want to watch this shit. Damn. Is it too early to learn lore surrounding crystals? Stonelistic it is. What is up, my dear, dear friend Dark Inside? Okay, hold on one second. Let me mute. Whenever Jasmine gets in the freezer to get Rune's food, I have to... Yes, the freezer force. It really is. It's just bags and bags of different chopped up meat that we get from the dog food place because he's on a little spoiled ass fancy dog all meat diet. Well, not all meat. In Germany they call the diet the barf diet, which is kind of funny. But it's like meat and vegetables. What kind of dog do I have? I have a Alaskan Klekai. One of those little miniature husky dogs. Miniature husky dog.
No, no, no.
You can
No.
No, he's sleeping.
No, no, no. You can
No.
no.
No, he's sleeping.
Is it crazy? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Have you heard of the breed before? They apparently are all kind of crazy. Which is perfect. Perfect for us. Crazy dog makes total sense for us. Perfect sense. It's a Spitz breed. Of course it's crazy. Yeah, I think that's fair. One of my dogs is a cattle dog and she's crazy. Too smart for her own good. Yeah, that's the other thing. We know he's smart. He's just kind of an odd character. My previous dog was also an Alaskan Kleekai, Ziggy, and he was super strange. Wonderful dog. Just strange though. Yep. So, when I'm back to streaming, we'll probably be doing more... We'll probably be doing some more gameplay streams more frequently. Seems like folks like to watch those. What's going on, Joppa? How have you been? I am live today, but not this will be my last stream for a little bit. Having surgery on my hand this week, and so I'll be a little out of commission. So I figured I'd hop in here while I've got some actual use of my hand. I'd hop in and help Simon out as he's working on stuff, because he's currently working on his tower over in the distance. He's working on it in Blender, so I can get in the zone without having to worry too much about us stepping on each other. How have you been, sir? Oh, and thank you. Are you getting those extra fingers added? The opposite, actually. Getting this one removed right about here. The tendon's completely just screwed. We were talking about it earlier, and the options for fixing it was like limited mobility, 0 mobility, and limited mobility was going to potentially be multiple surgeries. 0 mobility, where they just fuse it, is just a no-go for my lifestyle. I do too much shit with my hands. And then, yeah, so I was just like, well, can you guys chop it off? And they're like, it's funny you asked. We can, actually. Like, all right, cool. Let's do that. Had to fire one of your providers, wasn't cutting it. Justin, that's almost a finger joke. I'll ask on Thursday when I go in if I can keep it, but I'm fairly certain I know the answer because they're not really cool. Motorcycle related or just randomly blown tendon? My hands have seen some wear and tear over the years. A lot of like just from, you know, a lot of the normal use, but also jiu-jitsu is pretty rough on the fingers. Like always gripping and having a lot of force, you know, like when people are trying to break grips and stuff. And I think the tendon was just kind of screwed. And when I broke my ring finger on that hand, I was in a cast for a couple months, but it was one where, you know, you could take it off and move the other finger a little bit. And I just, you know, I still continue to use my hands a fair bit in the cast, like at the garden and everything. And they had warned, like, if you don't keep the other finger mobile from time to time, that the tendons can lock up and, you know, really stiffen up. And I think what it was even with me trying to keep it mobile, the pressure was enough to finally pop the tendons. And then from there, it just, the top tendon pulls on it so much that it just, it's just kind of destroying that joint there. So they're like, yeah, not in good shape. So, yep, that's that. We'll get it taken care of this week. And then, hey, Sparrow. Yeah, no, I mean, does it count as dungeon decorating if I'm not in a dungeon, Sparrow? I think it does, right? Lutaperi says, fingers are great for soups and stews, just saying. Man, that just got me thinking of Carl Weathers. R.I.P. Make a soup out of it. Don't throw away that bone. Make soup out of it. Alright, so we'll see how many of these I can actually help place this week before I'm out of it, but maybe this'll help Simon a little bit. Every little bit counts. He's got a lot of shit to place in his zone, and I figured this is one of those, placing props and stuff is one of those streams where it's easy enough to have something visual for you guys while we bullshit around. So it's always kind of fun. Jeff said, sorry to hear it, Sean. Hope your recovery is quick. I appreciate it, man. I've heard, like the doctor said, recovery on it's not super horrible. There's always the wacky weird thing that can happen, but overall it should be pretty straightforward, but I appreciate it. You got yourself a stew, baby. That's what it is, Simon. So, Simon, what I was doing here was essentially I was just kind of coming in and seeing if I could cluster them some in a way, especially that breaks line of sight, towards the... Alright, so it's kind of like chunking them up and breaking up the play space a little bit. So it's got a little bit of a... I mean, especially given how big they are. Got a little bit of that kind of labyrinthy feel, because when we populate with mobs in here, it'll break it up some, right, and give them sort of some pathing space and give it a little more of a feel like you're moving through a space, and you know, some static spawns and stuff in here, so it makes it a little more dungeony, the POI. And then surrounded the debris chunks a little bit more, and then really pulled in anything that was loose, because I think these zones are so big, dude, that if we've got more debris and stuff and little pieces of debris, we can have some more crystals sort of popping up, but it's inevitable that we're going to have that negative space, and I think we lean into that. And so the more that the props are sort of consolidated in a way, the more it creates that sense of a POI. And then the negative space is what it is, right? And then to, potentially justify some clumps of crystals in some other places than we just, like I did here in this cubby. I don't know if there was a plan for this, but it didn't go through anymore, so I just threw a debris piece in here, and then I'll just I'll smash in some crystals. So hitting the crystals with a pickaxe can cause a resonance cascade scenario. I think if you were to discuss that with First, he would probably hack together something. What's up, Chinny D? Any plans on getting resources with hitting those crystals with pickaxe? I see. That's what spawned Chip's comment. I think we'll probably have some crystal resources interspersed in here as well. As we're shoring up and going through with more of the resource implementation changes, then you'll see for sure. These are all really big. Like, the zone's so monstrous that that it's not until you're in here running around that you realize, like, oh shit, this is big. I'll pop in it. Let me pop back over really quick and show you guys that just came in. Oh, save. That's probably good. Hopefully it did save. Crystals in desert biome make me think of an ant kingdom. Well, China ants. What is this? A kingdom for ants? Oh, those are some big ass ants. Why'd I do that? That made no sense. Whoa. Joppa, if you wind up being around, you should hit me up. Let me know when you're around. Time set 7 a.m. A zone with large bugs, you say? That could be fun. Well, you know how we are. We're like, what? Helldivers 2's doing well? Quick, insert bugs. Try out the sandstorm. Oh shit. Is it in this zone? Helldivers M&M edition. Yeah, so something's up with the shader. It's not... Oh, interesting. In the distance, it almost looks like it's supposed to. And what's going on here? What are these? What are these things popping up in the distance? Okay, Jop, we'll do for sure. But what are these in the distance? Do you know? Nick? I'm going there. It looks like something's not rendering properly, but it's... I'm wondering what would be there not rendering properly in the first place. Yeah, but the particle is only over the salt flat area. The squares are your handiwork? What are they doing? It's not the sandstorm. Okay, cool. Let me do the sandstorm really quick. I haven't seen it in game yet. I've only seen the videos in Slack. I'm not getting the particle here. Ollie said he fixed it, but something's still up. Check graphic quality settings. Alright. Ultra with check. So it should be... Let me try Shade Dunes in zone. Yes, Sparrow, what Joppa said. Every once in a while we'll get together and we'll hop on a call and we'll talk about you, Sparrow. We'll be like, have you been keeping an eye on Sparrow? No, what did she do? Tell me all about it. You almost spit out your coffee? Good. That's the goal. That is the goal for every stream. Once we get you to spit out your coffee, I'm good. There we go. Now it's I had this turned down a bit. Did you say the sound's already hooked up in here? I've got ambience up. I've got... Oh, there we go. Chip. Why is this bat not struggling against the wind? I would expect that would be something you would be on top of. What sort of fidelity is this? Needs constant 1 damage dot. It's a desert bat. It's aerodynamically evolved to deal with this. Have you ever been in a sandstorm? Shit stings. It's no joke. The wind sound really helps a lot. We have to, Robert, is it possible, because there's like the bird ambient and stuff like that in there, when the sandstorm kicks in, is it hard to turn those off? cool. Redicur's immediately humming Sandstorm. Nice. Cool if the player's stance changed to guarding face from the sand. Oh my gosh. It would be cool, but that's the kind of shit that we wind up in rabbit holes. We're stoic about it. We're like, screw it. Whatever happens to my face. I thought, was it Zillith, was it you or was it Monty that was talking about impacting the foliage and capes with wind? Mentioned trees should get it, but it was a while back. Yeah, it was a while back. It was before Ollie popped up with this thing. Zukin, are you still out there? How hard... Ever since we first started, like... we first started working in the desert, I've been wanting to get sand dervishes in. Essentially, you know the old EQ style? Just a simple, some effects, a couple of props, throw a rock, a chicken leg, a sword in the mix. Just sort of animated. Do you think that would be hard to do? Seems like it'd be pretty straightforward. Something along those lines. Because I think that would be a fun one to have be part of our conditional spawns. So when the sandstorm kicks in, yeah, because we've got it set up so that the spawns can be conditional based off of stuff like this, or at least I thought we did. So it would be cool to have that be like one of our first weather-related spawns. There's a couple other ideas in there too, but we'll keep those secret. We'll keep them off stream. So next playtest when the sandstorm kicks in and. People, unwary travelers will be mauled. Yeah, so, because that's the thing. So, Zillith, I was thinking, as Ollie, because Ollie just put in the stuff for day, month, season. I meant to ask about how we're going to handle conditional, like conditional spawns and conditional, like event triggering and things like that. To have it be multi-conditional, would that be correct? Right? Because there would be a thing where it's like, if it's you know, essentially we want to be able to layer the conditions for a lot of these things, because otherwise we won't necessarily get the benefit that we would get from, like, if it's. We don't want to say that it's just something that happens in fall, or we, you know, it's just something that happens in this month or on this day or whatever. It'll be like in this. What would be a good example of it? So, you know, it may be like in this season at night, and it's 3 full moons. Yeah, night. See, night and full moon, I think, I guess, is easier, just because if it's, it won't be 3 full moons unless it's night. But like winter and 3 full moons, would be one where I think it makes a little bit more sense. But just in general, because we've got all of these various conditions, we'll want to be able to handle them. Yeah, and Blood Moon. And then, the question then is, and we've got to follow up with it. Are there events like a Blood Moon that only happen in certain seasons? Because it's separate from... It's separate from, shit. Sorry, I'm so enthralled looking at different parts of the game with the sandstorm look so different. So I was distracting myself and completely forgetting what I was talking about. Shit. Also, this looks different. Did this change? Or is it just the sandstorm that's fucking with me? Like, no. Pat has added some stuff. Those things weren't sitting up there before. It is different. How did I not see this before? Anyway. So yeah, the Blood Moon thing. Is that something where the Blood Moon only happens during a certain season? I'm glad you like it. Man, can't even speak anymore. Got dirt in my mouth. Glad you guys are liking it. Oh, the time of day change with the sandstorm's also nice, right? That gives it a different effect. We're just going to keep running. Will the sandstorm get blocked by structures? Darius, don't get crazy. There's some good ideas. Like the hands going in front of the face and the structure's blocking it, but I don't know if we can promise you that. Pretend. We're a game that's all about imagination. Pretend that's the sandstorm's being blocked by structures. Though our rain is blocked by structures, so I don't know. Sandstorm should translate to snow pretty well. Yeah, I really like the particle that oh man, as it's getting darker, it's getting sketchier. I really like the particle that Pattis had in the biome jam for the snow. Like that. I could see, yes, a more violent snowstorm, but that chill little... Man, it felt so cozy. Will each sand particle be modeled independently with full physics, building up in piles? Yes, the game's not out yet, so I think my job is to promise you that sort of shit. We'll have to look. We'll have to talk to Ollie, because I'm curious. As it becomes nighttime, we've got to change the effects color. It's not that high. Or wait, no, it's localized around the client if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I can fly above it. I don't think that's how this works. I'm afraid to show you behind the curtain. The joy of dealing with effects and dynamic lightly? Absolutely. There's no getting above this, guys. This is not a Unity fog setting. Yeah, so I think if there's we'll probably be all right based off of the other, looking at the other light. We'll either be all right with, as long as we can change to a different particle once it hits a certain point at night, or we'll just get Ollie to look at the particle that we're using, because right now you can already see how bright it is and kind of yellowish. And I know this is him just getting the base system in, so I will not be shocked if he does a, excuse me, quick iteration or two on the particle, and maybe grab one of the artists if needed and figure something out. Because you can already see it's fairly yellow and stuff even here, which looks good though. No, I mean it looks good. I think we can find something that looks as good and is a bit more versatile, but we'll see. I'll be curious to see what some of the art folks and stuff say. You want to see a green poisonous fog bank blast through a swamp zone? Like just a... like this violently? A violent gas thing? So, in theory, some world zone boss could summon a storm and color it how they want. Well, yeah, in theory. Because it would just be triggering an event, and all this is a pretty simple event that's just integrated into our weather system. The way we'd probably do that, Rediker, is instead of using this system, which is this is client specific, if I'm not mistaken. Let me find me and just ruin the entire effect for you. But don't look if you don't want spoilers. Is how we always do it. Yeah. So essentially. Oh, no, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, wait, he's modifying the zone fog as well. So we've got the effect. The effect? Yeah. All right, so we got the effects going on. And then we have the fog. Now, what we would do in that case is, Rediker, we could still do it. We would... what we'd do is we'd hit you with this effect, the Ben Affleck. Yes, pessimistic squid. We'd hit you with Ben Affleck, doing that thing where he's smoking a cigarette and just looking like FML. So that would come upon you, coming at you, boom. Then we would modify the fog variables so that the green fog rises, and we would activate, and it would only rise to a certain point, and then we would activate a volume. We'd just put a big volume across the entire area of effect. If that's a whole zone or a POI, whatever, so be it. And as the fog rises, then we would activate an ability within that volume, and it would apply the poison to you, and then we would put 400 people in that volume, and then we would trigger that, and we would see what happens to the game. Because sometimes you are surprised when effects are applied to like 400 players at one time. Kind of like the first time we tried out the Cursed AoE charm ability and crashed the server. And then tried it again and crashed the server. And tried it again and then realized, oh shit, this is crashing the server. But then the programmers and Lawrence figured out how to make it not crash the server. But yeah. Go underwater and see how it looks. Oh, that's another interesting case. Let's do that. I bet you it looks like Sandstorm underwater. Unless Ollie already accounted for that condition. Boat's here. Oh dear. So, I think it's happening, but you just don't really notice it, so... Convenient. The ash effects Pattis had in the lava zone was good too. Yeah, and you couldn't necessarily see it in all the videos, but there was a nice little sparks were coming down as well. Did we fix the boat? It's been a while. Is that the breath meter? Yeah, we got a little temporary breath meter in there. You're motivated to listen to some metal now after the stream. Good, Justin. That is the other thing that we're looking to accomplish on these streams. Accomplishment 1, make Sparrow spit out her coffee. Accomplishment 2, inspire you to listen to metal later. A little VFX tricks and lighting really push simpler styles like this up a notch. Yeah, man. That's the thought. I mean, we still got some, you know, there's still some placeholder going on, obviously, but every little bit of smoke and mirrors helps. Refix the alpha around the cape. In theory, we could also modify the properties of the water shader during this, and it could be wavier, in theory. Where am I? There I am. Will the sails move in the wind, banners, etc.? Yeah, we were just asking about that. Zelith was saying that he had mentioned we could do some of that a while back, and we just haven't. We haven't thought about it. I forget which of these guys modifies that. Oh, it'd be down. Foam? No. I have to ask somebody, ask John or somebody. I know I've played with it before. Yeah, different John. Pilgrim. Well, I'm fairly certain the boat will eventually go, but I don't remember when. It could be that me screwing around with time setting earlier put it in a funky state. Who knows? Who knows, man? Quit trying to avoid responsibility. Who? Roberts? Me? Oh, John. John. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta stay on top of John. Alright, I need to go back to placing crystals. But this has been exciting. Yeah, so like I was saying, that yellowish color that we've got here, it's kind of bright. I wonder if I can look at the. Let's find this. Where's that? I like poking at stuff. I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but I like to twiddle knobs and shit. Dust effect. Is that the one we're using now, or is it literally sandstorm? Whoa, my God. Redness. Solar flare. We were talking about psychedelics earlier, weren't we? Should not have consumed that potion. So, you know how we have ultravision and infravision and day blindness? Well, this is what it looks like whenever you're playing a deep gnome. At all times, always. Deep gnomes, they just eat mushrooms all day. That's all they do. Oh, I have legitimately broken it. Oh, dude, it won't stay this way because the controller keeps modifying the intensity, but look at it with the you are absolutely gonna eat something in this game and have this happen to you. There's no way that it's not going to happen. And Robert's gonna make the most relaxing music. I can see sounds, man. I can taste the colors. Oh man, okay. Enough of this, enough of this. We gotta go back to business. Dice roll, see if it's a good trip or a bad trip. Yeah. Critical fail. We'll have to put nukes in the MMORPG. Alright, where were we? We were placing crystals. Happy little crystals. Did I break the whole game? Did I break everything? Do I need to log out and back in? Do I need to turn it on and off again? Off and on again? No, I'm just over here. Cool. Do. Trip weak crystals. Okay. That's, hey, it's our competitive advantage. It's our competitive advantage. We're not going to mess around with the even playing field. We're just going to tackle subject matter that no one else will tackle. Wait, that didn't really work for Conan, did it? Ah, shit. We'll have to call Goblin. Goblin! We take it back. Don't put dongs on everything. Just the goblins? No, none of them. Oh, come on, man. Goblin's gonna quit. Pessimistic Squid said the undongening. The undongening. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. We gotta... Please, we gotta, oh man, we've got to add them just so we can remove them so that can be an entry in our Wikipedia. Do you guys remember the undongening of 2025? After all of the Reddit outrage. Patch 0.1.0. Can't wait to read those patch notes. It won't be text, it'll just be an image. It'll be like the Ghostbusters symbol, only... Well, use your imagination. The Great Castration. Holy shit. Sparrow, you just went for it. I bet you don't talk like that on Joppa's streams, Sparrow. Coming over here getting sassy. I'm gonna ask him. We're gonna compare notes. You're not subtle. Yeah. Oh. All right. Let's rein it in. Let's not get too far. Let's not Yeah, I mean, I did start it, and I did kind of ask for it, but now you got to calm down. Do as I say. No. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do, guys. Come on. I need to update the stream chat rules to clearly indicate. Oh, what is this clipping shit? Can I turn clipping off on this channel? Come on. I'm not even an affiliate anymore. Why are you allowed to clip me? What is this? The undongening is upon us? Oh my god. No! It's not loading. Thankfully. But that's really just my computer dying. It has nothing. It's up there. It's on Twitch. All streams can be clipped. I want that rule changed. They knew what they were doing when they made that rule. They're just trying to blackmail people like me. No! Someone's gonna tell our boss. Someone's gonna show our investors. Damn, John. You're continuing to do it. You're continuing to, you're still going for it. Drop, if you're still out there, don't let the last few minutes at all change the way you think about our professionalism over here. The team is not accountable for my actions. Or John's, yes, or John's. Do 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 do. Looks like you got a battle toad. You toads your way through it. It's no, it's not. This isn't a very complex area. It's just, you know, it's got crystals. It's crystal clear. I was gonna say, much like some of my girlfriend's moms back when I was a teenager in Alabama, it's got crystals. But there are no dream catchers. Those will be in a different zone. And listen, if you out there happen to be the owner of some crystals and dream catchers, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that I've seen them in proximity to each other in the past. That's all I'm saying. And little pyramids? Hmm. As you're placing this, actually reminded me of the OG Superman movie, except it's not a frozen biome. Yeah, I actually worked when we were in when I was working on DC. Worked on a Fortress of Solitude zone. It's reminding me of that as well. Have you seen the cool ass caves in Mexico that are full of like legit Superman Fortress of Solitude sized crystals? Man, this browser knows what we're about. Look at this. Look at this beautiful desert. I like that sand texture actually. That's pretty tight. Let me take a quick snip of this. Best Life has the rest. Best Life has the real textures. There you go. That's me trying to talk right there. Put that out. Alright, I saved it for myself. What's up, Schneid? Brave. I don't even know what it does. I don't even understand the internet. Giant. Whoa, all caps. Giant crystals. Oh my god, schools. Cave, Mexico. Check this shit out. And they've got to wear the suits and the respirators because it will legit kill you. Looks cool. What game is that from? Reality O says, looks cool. What game is that from? Apparently here it's not as killy. But where these guys are, I thought it was like super hot and super gassy. Kind of like me after dinner. No? Too soon? Materia cave, time for a Mako reactor. Yeah, so there's some great ref in real life. This reminds me of our earlier Star Trek conversation. Dude, look at this shit. So when we start doing more of our deep zones, just realize there'll be some cool things that we can do. Waiting for a bounce patch before playing real life again, right? Hey, Defiant Possum. You are late. What? You missed the sandstorm as well. Are they charged by the moon? No. I'll do the sandstorm one more time. I think I broke it, to be honest. I think I broke the sandstorm pretty bad. On my client, at least. I might have to revert something. We're going to look at it again. But I'll show you real quick before we leave. Was there a Darude joke? Yeah. Or is it pronounced Darude or Darude? There's an E at the end. So is it Darude or is it like German where it would be like Darude? Because of the E. Because Germans like to make sure you don't forget the E. Darude, yes. Now, I know the song. I when Ali posted the video, I linked to, or posted a video of the sandstorming game. I naturally am that dude that would have to post the video, YouTube video to the song, but. Okay, this isn't working. Daman Sandstorm was the Othmere reggae version. I could imagine an Othmere reggae, or I could imagine an Othmere ska band. When we do our Shadowrun take on this game in the future, we'll have to have like an Othmere style race and have them be in a ska band. Crystals, crystals. The band that plays the music in Super Mario Brothers were all Othmere. Oh, did you guys see the Mario 64 GoldenEye mashup video? I meant to post that in Slack and I didn't get a chance to do it. Is it crystally enough for you in here? Control S. Hope that it works. And you just had to Google Othmere. Did you find a picture? They're cute. Not disappointed. Exactly. Now the Othmere are fantastic. And the music, like the music when you see them, the music in that zone's perfect for them. Love this music so much. That's right. I'll just hum at you until you either say something witty that I can riff off of, or you leave. That's right, chat. Those are your options. Those are your frickin' options, guys. You're gonna fall asleep to the sweet sounds of my hums. Good. I wonder, is that a category on YouTube? Are there any people that just hum? Is that sort of like ASMR, or are there hum videos that you can... My only hum video that I can think of is the Lord of the Rings. I think there's like a Lord of the Rings Shire ambient. And it's got Gandalf humming at the beginning. That's pretty satisfying. I'd put money on it that there's a bunch of hummers out there on YouTube. YouTube. You may be thinking of the wrong channel. Yeah, yeah. It's easy to confuse them. I know. I know. It's easy to confuse them. All right, Brent. Thank you, buddy. Enjoy the pups. Enjoy your walk. Be safe out there. And I appreciate it. Mainly, I'm just hoping everybody, you know, put out your prayers, positive vibes, or whatever, that the surgery actually happens. It was such a bummer getting that call the morning of surgery, last month, for the shoulder, and them just being like, everybody's sick, sorry, surgery's postponed. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, guys, come on. I bathed. I found a pair of underwear with no holes. I'm ready to go. Let's get this done. Prayers will be said. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Sparrow. When you get, what if when you get there they have a mini guillotine like in Robin Hood Men in Tights? I mean, you know what? I'm not going to say my palms wouldn't get a little sweaty, but if they would let me film it, and as long as they give me anesthesia, I'm more worried about, I'm getting old, so I'm more worried about the general anesthesia than I am the finger necessarily. I've how many times have I had surgery and been put out? 4. No, they're not gonna let me keep it. They're not gonna let me keep it. They're not that cool. I was fine from the anesthesia. Every one of the previous times I was fine, so I'm hoping that remains the case. I had my eye operated on twice. I had the operation where if your tear duct gets all clogged up and you don't get it addressed quickly enough, which I didn't know it was a thing, so I didn't. If whatever's in your tear duct kind of calcifies a bit and they can't get it out, then they have to go in and basically cut out a new tear duct, like punch a hole in the bone right here in your nose, I think, and then run it. And then they run a silicone line through your nostril. They put a knot on this end, they run it up, and then into your eye, right here in the corner. The silicone tube sits against your eye for 2 months, just rubbing your eye. Which, if you'd like to guess as to how fun it is to have something rubbing your eye for 2 months, I'll let you. And so, and you got to watch that nothing yanks the silicone tube out of your nose. So you got to kind of like make sure there's a knot in there. So you got something tickling your nose and scratching your eye for 2 months. And because basically what it is it's a piercing. So they're basically just, it's like a piercing. They're waiting for it to heal like a piercing would, right? So, and then at the end of the 2 months, they take the tube out of your nose, right? And then they try to run water through it, and they do that and they check back in a week. And if it's not draining properly, you get to do it again, apparently. So that surgery was not necessarily the best afterwards, but it wasn't a horribly, I mean, it looked like, dude, my whole, I just had an awesome black eye afterwards. Shmonite said I had 4 of those spinal surgeries and they did it under local anesthetic. Should be able to do yours local. I would think so too for this. I don't know why they're not. But they're not. Like the shoulder surgery, they're also putting me out for it in April, and I'm kind of like, I guess I could understand that as well, though it's just sort of, I'm not sure what all they're doing there. Yeah, the eye one was kind of a pain in the ass. They could just elbow epidural at the elbow and snippy snip the pinky winky. Yeah, they're doing a nerve block when they do shoulder surgery so that coming out of it's not as painful, I guess, is what they said. So that's kind of cool. But Maybe they're afraid I'll just talk shit the whole time. Maybe. Like what you done with the play, Sean? Thank you, Simon. Yeah, so like I said, I just kind of packed them in there, and I mean, we can always get a little weird later. I just figured I'd poke around a little bit while we're here on the stream, but I appreciate it. So we've got this big old area over here. So for the clusters out here, I was thinking I might just cluster them up a little bit more. Simon? Hey, Hashpipe, what's going on? Though, I don't know. I mean, I think... Because I can kind of see like debris. Moving this weekend, been a hell of a year so far. I want some stuff in. Please do, man. And I'll be around. I'll be around next week. I won't be able to type a ton next week, I don't think. So I'll be able to, do some voice chat or whatever. Hashpipe, if you hit me up. Defiant Possum said, "Is that a sunken temple?" It is a crashed citadel. Actually, you know what, Simon? I'm thinking whatever you've got going on with the salt flat area, let's see if we can use the stuff that you're doing, like the theme you're doing with the salt flat area, to make it those little dudes, like these little areas, be more in that theme, and we'll move the crystals over to continue the debris field theme. Thanks, Scruffy Bard. Hey, Curly Goblin. What's going on? Appreciate it. Simon's been doing all the work. I'm just coming in here and playing with some props for a bit while I hang out with you guys. Just got back from New York City. Had a great time visiting friends. Nice. Would be cool if the darkness was contrasted by glowing crystals. So we played with it a little bit. It looks like the shaders they're a little quirky at the moment. So we'll see what they wind up looking like at night. It could be that there is like some emission, like a little emissive property or whatever with them. Your dream may come true. Oh shit, it's 11 o'clock already. I'm having so much fun that I'm losing track of time. Hanging out with you guys. Talking shit. Alright, so we'll need to move those. Let me hit save again. Let me see if I broke something. If I didn't broke something. Then I'll show you the sandstorm before bed. I'm pulling whatever is recently submitted. Cool. Let's update Unity. Let's look at my changes so I can unchange them, which hopefully unbreaks some stuff. But not the crystals. Don't want to do that. Okay. Olo said, great stream today. Chill vibes. Enjoyed watching. Time to pick up the kids from school. All right. Well, be safe. I'm glad you're here. Have a great and wonderful rest of your week. And yeah, we're gonna hop over to Zone. Now I'm excited to wake up early tomorrow morning. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sure surgery is going to be fine, and I will see you guys very soon after that. Let's see. So let's hop in here. Check this out. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I really want to get up early tomorrow and finish moving crystals around so that I can... I've got tomorrow and Wednesday to wrap up this stuff for Simon so that I don't leave him hanging. All right, so we're gonna check out this sandstorm real quick, and then we'll get out of here for the night. Cause Jasmine wakes up early, man. It doesn't matter when I go to bed. I know when I'm waking up, and it's 11 p.m. now. Jasmine will wind up waking up somewhere between 5:30 and 6, maybe. I think she said she might even start getting up earlier. Big Narf. Yep, on Thursday, buddy. Show you that MF for one last time. The witch finger. Think you're gonna be sick? That's not nice to say. It's my finger, dog. Cobra? It's a swan neck deformity. But I think Cobra sounds cooler. I'm with you, Robert. They'll be like... Thank you for your service, finger. Finger went out on its shield. Alright, let's check it out. Let's see if we can make the weather. Yep, there's some wind noise. It could probably be, yeah, it could probably be a little bit louder. Thanks, Gruffy Bard. Funny Tattooing also has 3 moons. Zukin said, "Oh shit, we's gonna get screwed." Oh, sorry, sued, not screwed. Here. And so this is just a weather event, right? Like this can come and go. But in one of the other zones, this may be a more permanent feature. But it's really disorienting at night. It definitely has an impact. The problem that we discovered though is, look, as it gets darker, the particle is as it gets darker, the particle is using it's a lighter particle that Ollie's using. It's not very neutral. I don't know if there's a weird additive thing going on or what. So as it gets dark, the particle stays the same brightness. And so it looks a little weird at night. We discovered that earlier, but you can already see once we fix that issue, it'll be get a more neutral sort of particle in. I think it'll be good. Can we do rain at the same time? Let me see. It's got a weird effect. Rain doesn't. It looks like there's a clash there. Rain didn't activate properly. Right? Because rain should be more like. So the rain noise is working, but the transition from sandstorm to rain audio worked, but not the effects. So let's see. See if this helped at all. So here we are, daytime. Rainstorm doesn't... Yeah, I can see a few raindrops, but... yeah, something is wacky. Bug discussion, bug discussion. Let me type this in for Ollie. Curse at a crooked finger. That's probably what it is. Firing off rain manually while sandstorm is up. Triggers the correct rain sounds, but something looks off with the rain effects. Though maybe, oops, maybe rain is just is incorrect at the moment. Cool. Gave him a little warning. Little heads up. Oh, and then firing off sandstorm doesn't invalidate the rain and didn't fire. Ah. Interesting. Man, wait till we get the lightning popping. That's gonna be horrifying. By the way, do we want a shivering wind sound effect in the Tunnel Worms fans? It could be a cool addition to attention music. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. I think I can kind of... picture it. I'm always down to listen to whatever. If we don't like it, then we can take it out. Seems like it could go from neutral, no weather, to sand. It can go to rain. Let me fix the time. Rain off. Okay, so rain's off. Like when you enter a tunnel, the outdoor ambience volume decreases a bit. Instead of tunnel wind starts whistling a little bit. Oh, that'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. Hey, Ishiwatara V Gates. Bisschen spät heute. Hast du gearbeitet oder? There we go. So it's like, it seems like rain didn't turn off at the end properly. Ja, ich habe Spatzig? Spätsig? Spätsicht. Spätsicht. Was ist Spätsicht? Night Shift? Late Shift? Schicht. Schicht? Ja. John said, wondering if it can go from no weather to rain properly, if the problem's changing weather systems from other than neutral. Yeah, it seemed like it needed to go back to neutral. No, when I took it back to neutral, basically I did sandstorm off because I had manually turned it on, sandstorm off, rain off, and then sandstorm back on, and it fixed it. Nachtschicht equals night shift. Spätschicht equals work from 14 to 22. Late shift? Spät, late. If you are spät, then you are late. Yeah, I mean, I know the zone pretty well, so I'm not as likely to get lost. But I can definitely see how this might get some people lost. So hey, good start. Good start. Good job, Ollie. If you're watching this, future Ollie. Okay, guys, it is 11:20, so it's 20 minutes past my bedtime. I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. You call that swing shift? Oh, fair enough. There we go. Sanguine figured it out. Sanguine. I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. I am not gonna be streaming anymore this week. I'll have surgery on Thursday. If all goes well, then hopefully next week sometime I could probably do a stream, though I may not be typing or whatever. I might just be poking little seven finger action. We'll see. They said my hand will be completely wrapped for the first few days, and then afterwards we'll get down to hopefully a little more practical bandage. So with that in mind, everybody have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a great weekend. I appreciate all the well wishes. You guys are cool, and I will let you know on Discord or whatever if things are going good. Yeah, we'll take it from there. Thanks, Sparrow. See ya, Talet. Schmonite. Thank you very much. Good night, Zukin. Ishwatare, vielen Dank, mein Freund. See ya, Vulork. I might be clubbing the keyboard with bandage hand. We'll see where it lands, John. Ragors, thank you very much. Senor Angus, thank you. Robert, see you, buddy. Simon, good night. Rodney Dangerfield, when he went in for surgery, if it goes well, I'll be out in a few days. If not, a few minutes. Yeah. Don't freak out if Jasmine pops in to let you know what's up. Defiant Possum later. Chinny D, thank you, bud. See you, Justin. Night, Nick. Night, Sparrow. Night, Liz Biscuits, and I appreciate that. See you, Be More Gaming. Is Zukin streaming right now? Zukin, is he streaming? When is Zukin streaming? He's not streaming right now, is he? Why didn't we raid him if he's streaming right now? He just started. Son of a gun. All right, we're raiding him. We're raiding him. Whoever's left, we're raiding him. Let's go. We're getting in there, and then I'm hopping out. Frickin' Zukin. All right, so we're raiding him right now.
Normal pinky fingers. Look what I can do. Ah. No. Subscribe with Prime. Thanks, bro. I added bastards. I turned back on the Squidward thing so you guys can like play with that today. By the way. There's a lot of fucking background noise happening right now. Okay, robot. Have a good one. Catch you later.